Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, yes, I thought I want to quickly catch this news and kind of put things in perspective um, while it's still early hours, or rather before everybody go to sleep. Okay, thanks for joining in. If you guys can hear me loud and clear, give a like and say hello to me or something like that, so that I know that the video is working. Because yesterday I had a problem that I was talking halfway and the video just went dead. Okay. Can you guys hear me on YouTube and see me? Okay, Wei Xing, good. Okay, good. Okay, so I know you guys are there. Okay. Hello, Xiu Qing, good to see you. Okay, all right, good. People is coming in. Okay, I'm gonna go live on Facebook and go. Hello, yes. Wow, okay. Thanks, Su Qing, for giving a like. Everybody who just came in, please, everybody just blast a like, okay? Thank you. Okay. Desmond, no, it won't happen for a long time, okay? Yes. Okay, so hello, Facebook 1 and Facebook 2 and YouTube. If you have noticed, the stock market is going up, I was like wondering, how come, how come the stock market going up, Then I check. Oh, there is a very interesting news. And I think that it's a, thanks for smashing the like button, okay? Yes. So I want to give a quick update on what's happening in the financial news. This is a short one. Good day to you. Thank you. Okay, I'm in a hotel room and thank you, Ricky. Thank you, Ricky. Okay, so I want to give everybody a quick backdrop of what's happening in the stock market right now, so that we know. Okay, thank you. Yes. Thank you, Alicia. Really appreciate this. Okay. Yep. For those on Facebook, thank you, Xu I think you can type news plus one. Okay. News plus one is where I want to talk about it. The news article. News plus one. You will find the link. And those people, I pinned that in the description. I pinned that news as well. It's a big news. Okay. Very quick, big news. And it will set the stage to what I think will happen to the stock market in the next future. Okay. Okay, thanks, Bao Xian, everybody. Okay. If you guys are ready, I'm going to start, okay? Remember, the whole stock market crisis right now is about one word. Inflation. Okay? Inflation go up, stock market crash. Inflation go down, stock market rise. That's bottom line how things will become. Okay? So therefore, we are all, forget about all the noise that's happening around the world whatsoever. The only thing you need to ask yourself is this thing going to affect inflation up or down? That's it. China drought, inflation up or down. China COVID, inflation up or down. Okay? Oil prices up, oil prices go up, inflation up or down. Gas prices go up or down. Ukraine war happened, up or down. It's all about a single word called inflation, 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 inflation. Because that's the single biggest thing that crashed the entire stock market. Okay? So we have heard this story for a gazillion times already. So I wanted to, yes. For those who came on shopping on Premium Mall, just go straight to Shopee. We've got some very exciting sunglasses from Chanel, from YSL, from Celine, Saint Laurent, and all this. Just go. I just type shop plus one. You'll see them all. Okay, but now I want to talk about finance. Yes. The funny thing is, in the world right now, in US, okay, the news is this, okay. I don't think you can see very clearly, so I'm going to read to you, okay. The news is August job report is like the unemployment has risen from 3.5%, okay, in the previous one, to now 3.7%. Unemployment rate has risen. Okay, and straight away with that, the stock market rise. Why? Because what we need now is the market to cool down, to cool down, to cool down, to cool down. And this is the biggest news. Okay, for those people who didn't get it, you can type news plus one now. Okay, news plus one, you get the news, because the stock market right now needs a bad news. We need bad news to bring down the overheated economy, and this is a very, very, very good news for the stock market. It's very ironical that unemployment up is actually a bad news. Strangely, bad news is a bad news for the economy is a good news for, okay, a bad news for economy is a good news for inflation, and therefore good news for stock market. Yeah, so it's very, very funny. So therefore, we are celebrating there is bad news. And the more bad news that come out is actually good. I don't understand why the hell so many people cannot see it in the economic, sorry, in the financial influencer space. A lot of them saying, wow, recession is coming, chala, chala, chala. But recession is what we need now. We need a recession to cool down the economy, right? Okay, so it's very, very funny that we actually need that. Oh, S&P 500 went up by 1.16%, Nasdaq went up by 1.5%. Because right now, what the single biggest indicator that our economy is overheating is a very tight job market. Very, very tight job market. And the tighter the job market is, it signals that there's going to be a wage inflation spiral. Okay, so if wages goes up, because once unemployment is low, wages goes up, drive prices goes up, prices go up, drive wages go up. Okay, because the workers will start negotiating for higher rates and so on. There's a chair in the toilet here. So then you can have these two interplay, and then as a result, it's a bad thing. But now with the softening of the entire wage market, job market, it signals that actually, inflation is not so entrenched, right? So it's actually a very, 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 very good news. Very, very good news. And this was the single thing that we are most afraid of. So you think about it right now, oil prices have gone down. Okay, oil prices have gone down. Commodity prices have gone down. Okay, property prices have gone down. So Professor Jeremy Siegel from Wharton University have actually said that they have got 26 inflation indicators. 25 of these indicators are now below inflation expectation, which means that it signals a softening of it. Okay, Tom Lee of Fundstrat also said something similar. All of them are saying that by the end of the year, we should have a stock market that will be hitting some new high. I'm not so optimistic at them, but all I want is such good news to come so that I know that the stock market will start to chill. Crude oil is now 88.5. That's good news. China, crude oil is down because China is in shit. It's funny, right? We are celebrating bad news right now. Do you realize that? China is in trouble, we are celebrating. Why? We're not celebrating they are in trouble. We're celebrating because they're in trouble, the pressure on prices has gone down. The unemployment in the US has gone up. We're celebrating because there'll be no more wage inflation spiral, right? Okay. Property prices are crashing. We are celebrating because when property prices crash in across the world, this is a major component of the CPI, the Consumer Price Index. Because of that, the CPI will go down, inflation go down, and we have got wonderful. Thank you for liking. Okay. So all these are pointing to good news. They're good news. Now does it mean that it's all good news, Rosie? No. Remember yesterday and the previous session, the previous session, I told you, right? The stock market will be volatile, right? Hugely volatile. I just said yesterday, right? Just said yesterday. Was it volatile? Yeah, it went down. Wow, 4 days of down. Everybody said, wow, it's going to hit a new low. I kena scolded by people in my Telegram group, no? Yeah, I shouldn't have followed Mr. Lu. Should have listened to Mr. Lu, right? As. But then the next week, the thing rise, everybody, then the next week, the stock market rise with good news. Then come down, come. This will continue, right? This will continue. So it's like, they call it gray rhino and black swan, right? All interplaying right now. So it's a lot of black swan flying around. So some bad news will come out. But good thing is that, with so much noise that happening, right? So much noise that happening, focus your eyes on one single factor. What is the factor? Inflation. Inflation. So just pay attention. When that thing happen, you see what's the impact of inflation. So there's a lot of things going on in the world right now. Watch the YouTube video that I live streamed yesterday. There's a lot of black swan that are flying around right now. So therefore, today we have a good news. Chances are there's some bad news will come out. I maintain my position. It's gonna go like that. So it will be a trajectory that's going north. Okay, your trajectory is going north. In fact, this is northwest. Okay, in northeast. Yeah, northeast. Your trajectory is going northeast. So I think it's bottom line is I think directionally is heading in the right direction. Okay, so I think it is a good news. So it's a good news. Hi Jennifer. Oh wow, you're amazing. Actually, what are you doing in Saudi Arabia? Are you relocated there? Okay, I don't know. Okay, the good news out of Saudi Arabia is that now Israel planes can now fly over Saudi Arabia. Maybe we have a direct flight. Every time I go Israel, I don't need to fly. Some 15, 16 hours. A crazy plane flight. Okay, like almost going US. The direct is only 9. Okay, so I think it's good news that we are seeing. Okay, so it is setting the path to the right direction. There'll be noise that get people jittery. It just really shows that the whole stock market is very emotional. Okay, so I maintain my stand. Okay, yeah, Israel is great. Okay, market is super overheated. There. People are getting very rich. The tech industry there is just incredible. Okay, all right, good. Okay, so I wanted to paint you guys this news, catch this news right now. Yes, okay, so you all know. And for those people who came shopping, just go visit. Sorry, that's on the Facebook here. Hijack the page. Just go straight to Premium Mall shopping page. You got some incredible deals on sunglasses. Okay. My husband is CFO. He thinks that your way of explaining economics is simple and logical. We always believe in CPF system. All right, that's great. Cool. Oh, is it Adam Khoo shorted the market and got burned really badly? Is that true? Wow, I didn't know that. Okay. Never short. Why should you not short the market? When you short the market means you sell short. That means you don't have the stock you sell. What happens? When you sell, when you short, okay, if the market goes down, you make money. But when it goes up, you lose money. Okay? But when you short something, your upside, the upside is limited and the downside is unlimited. That's a risk we don't need to take. 这种钱不要紧的. So my take is that, guys, never never risk what you have for something that you don't need. Okay? Yeah. Okay, so let's answer some questions right now. So Jennifer, I'm trying to answer a question. Let's go to some Q&A right now. Mr. Lu, why do you have faith in China with series of factory diversifying? Do you think that Southeast Asia will have Singapore will benefit more? Do I have faith in China? Well, I think I have faith in the Chinese. The Chinese are very entrepreneurial. They're on fire. They have been poor for too many years. So I think they want to really do well. I don't have faith in a Chinese stock market, by faith in the Chinese people and the economy. Okay. Yeah. Do you think the 20th Party Congress, China will open up, which leads to further inflation? I hope not, and I don't think they will. Right? My take is this. This is me just gossiping, okay? I actually think that the whole Chinese government, those senior people, I think a lot of them are worried about COVID and they might die from it. So maybe they lock down is to prevent themselves from dying from it, and they lock down a whole country for it. So anyway, what's my YouTube name? 1M65. 1M65. 1 million by 65. 1M65. Okay. Mr. Lu, do you make money from volatile market? You realize I just buy when the market crash, and whatever happened, I just heck care. Okay, my portfolio is still positive. So in that sense, I don't need to be too bothered by it. Yeah, Mr. Lu, will you be bringing premium more to Japan when it opens? As in, we go there and look for merchandise, or we sell to Japanese. Okay, shorting. Okay, what's your perception and analytics about how No, I don't understand the question, Jennifer. Mr. Lu, is predicted that the high interest rate will probably continue for 2 years until you hit 2%. Do you think the market will continue to bleed for 2 years? No. The market already, I don't think so. Yes, I think the interest rate can continue for a long time, the interest rate rise, but I don't think the stock market will continue to drop for 2 years. Okay, I don't think it will. How and when will China open up? I don't know. My guess is that when they have a powerful vaccine. Okay, when they have a powerful vaccine, or they may do, they got to accept the Western vaccine. I'm more worried about 16 October CP. They may avoid COVID-0, not bothered about their vaccine effectiveness. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think they'll be concerned. Yeah, I'm in the opinion that they are really worried about deaths of their people and their own safety. Streaming from Japan, we'll go Korea first, not Japan. Do you think housing market in Singapore will crash as well? Following from China and US, I think it will soften. I don't think it will crash. Okay, I think it will soften. I don't think you can escape it. Okay, and to be frank, I don't think US property market has crashed. It's softened, but I think China market will crash. Okay. Will government pay attention more to Middle East as been China fever? Okay. I think from what I see, Temasek, GIC, and the government lights are like me. When the market crash, they buy. Okay, so I think Middle East, I don't think when it's hot they won't go in. Yes. When do you think USD to SGD will come back 1.35? Not in the near future. Okay, not in the near future. Yeah, because they keep increasing interest rates. When you increase interest rate, capital flow comes in, drive the US dollar up. Okay, I'm not so sure we are going to the moon, but I think it basically shows that there is a level of resistance right now. Okay, what do you think of a second booster? Must take? Yeah, of course, must take. Yeah, I think or you get COVID. That's another way. Yeah. Will inflation come down next year? I think DPM Lawrence Wong said that I think in 4 to 6 months the inflation will peak. I think I agree with him for that. Do you think property market in UK will crash? I don't think it'll crash, but it'll definitely slow down. I think it will happen. Okay. You need a chair. Okay. They are 90% back. Is this volatile? In this volatile financial climate, is it wise to DCA regardless? DCA, regardless of whether what the financial condition is, DCA is always good as a textbook answer. It's just like do not smoke. That's a textbook answer. Exercise 30 minutes a day is a good thing, right? But not everybody can do the right thing. So I like to buy a market crash. I don't like to dollar cost averaging, but that is the right textbook answer. Okay, yeah, that's the right textbook answer. Which industry stock to invest now? I only look at the entire economy, which is the S&P 500 and Nasdaq, because that is something I can predict. to a certain extent. I cannot predict individual stocks or industries well. Okay, that I don't think I can. I even don't say myself. Even experts like experts can't do it. I actually get laughed by people that just recently that oh, I go and buy ETF. ETF. So lousy. Never invest in individual stocks. People can actually laugh at me at that. Okay, can I shoot now? I'm not shooting, but hard to say. I'm not shooting. It didn't really drop much. Okay, everybody thought that the massive end of the world is coming. I don't think so. Far, far, far from it. Okay, unit trust. I buy ETF. Okay, exchange traded funds. Yes. Next. Okay. Will you readjust from your travel ETF? I might. I'm really considering. Yeah, travel ETF doesn't seem to be that exciting. Yeah, maybe I just focus back on my Nasdaq and yeah. By the way, I've only got 50,000 inside. Foreign banks are retrenching. Will that impact local banks? Of course, I think so. But I think in the short run, I don't think the job market is going to be that big an issue in Singapore. It's just overheated. So we actually need a recession. In fact, we need a good recession. Okay, cool everything down. So do you think after China CP will there not be more volatility? If you watched yesterday my video, I said there's a whole ton of black swan flapping around right now. And it's I don't think it's this black swan is going to go away. So we really have, because of all these black swan, there's going to be huge amount of volatility. When remote working will Singapore suffer from not having headquarters coming here? When should our next generation, what should our next generation do? Good degree, lifetime employment and retired culture may disappear. Oh, okay. You have got two questions there, Jennifer. I will just say this. I think, first of all, Singapore will continue to attract a lot of foreign MNCs and things like that for a few reasons. Number one, taxes. Number two, intellectual property. Okay, these two are very powerful. Number three, good government. So all these are kind of linked together. Stability. So you always attract a lot of great companies to be here. So that part I'm not too worried. Okay. Second question is, what should our next generation do? It used to be pursuing for degrees is a good enough thing. No, not anymore, man. For those people who trust in your degree, it must be. That's my father's generation. Even our generation, a good degree is not enough. I used to think that, getting a first class honors my whole life, yeah, look at me. I end up, doing some other stuff and things like that, which is totally irrelevant to my. The only thing is relevant to my economics degree is this, which don't make me money, by the way. This is social work. So train your kids on innovation, train your kids on experiential learning, train your kids on entrepreneurship. Very, very important. If you want, I can do a video on that, okay? God. Okay. Should I sell and profit for my landed property now? I can't tell you, Bernard, what you should do, because I think property is not something you buy, sell. I think, you sell anywhere you're going to stay. Yeah. So I think, then you are used to certain lifestyle, certain, size and things like that. It's very difficult. How about trading in currency? I think it's the fastest way to kill yourself. It's very, very dangerous. I won't do it, okay? Do you have a position in Tesla? Yes, I do, and it's purchased by mistake. It's not intentional. Because my quant calculated wrongly, asked certain formula, and then we bought a Tesla. So I've got some Tesla share right now. Mr. Lu, do you think the stock market will never hit new lows or will it bottom out? I cannot tell, but I think the trajectory is like that. Will it zoom and then go up again? I can't tell, but I think the signs are pretty clear that inflation is cooling down. So I don't think we'll hit the new low again. That's my opinion, okay? A lot of people disagree with me. Mr. Lu, if I ask, I'm just curious to know, could I ask what would be your investment focus theme for this financial climate, I've been very consistent. I have this 1M65, 4M65, and 10M65 strategy, Kueh Lapis investment structure. Continue to form a very firm foundation of CPF, layer on S&P 500, NASDAQ, whatsoever, and just build it up and just ride the wave, Yeah, that's my investment philosophy is timeless. The only thing I like to do is I enter the market big time when it crashed. Okay. My kids are unsure what they want to study in university and what career. At that young age, how would they know? So therefore, children, very important is they must, very important, they must go and try out a lot of things when they're young, okay, and keep pushing them. Will I buy a Tesla car soon? Do I look that kind of person? Okay. Number one, do you realize that I spend 80-90% of my time overseas? How much time do I have to drive? Yeah, okay. I'm always being driven. I either being flown by the pilot or in the train driven by the train master or something like that, or I take a taxi or whatever. I'm always being chauffeured. Yeah. Where do you think semiconductors heading after China ban towards China? I actually think that this banning, for example, Nvidia and all this, very shallow of US to do that. Yeah, very shallow US to do that. Okay. Wow. Based on travel experience, do you see discretionary spending is still running hot? Example, queues in branded shop. Oh yeah, I see that. Still hot. Freaking hot is the word. Okay. Very, very hot, surprisingly. Powell already said in a small okay, that's not important. My 16-year-old son is very interested in investment. He thinks S&P 500 is very attractive, but he thinks that US is the only place that can make money. Can you make a video for use? Asia is good. I think in a stock market, he may not be wrong, I don't think your son is wrong. You have a brilliant son at 16 years old. At 16 years old, I don't even know anything about stock market, okay? My son is going to do advertising branding degree right now. Many people say it's a dead career. What's your view? Advertising is quite different right now compared to where it was. As long as he continue to keep up. For example, in the past, people think of how to design nice tagline, how to design very nice eye-catching, strategy, eye-catching posters and things like that. Today is about digital advertising, and long. So it's quite different right now. As long as he keep learning the new things, I think it's fine. Why is Asia good? Just look at China equity. Mr. Lu is one of these. I think we look at Asia as one whole. Asia is not homogeneous. Asia is made out of different countries and all have different things. So we cannot say Asia is good or bad. More worried about my grandchildren's future. Even a degree is nothing now. I have many China friends trying to fly here or want to leave. I just say this: a degree is a training of the mind. Nothing more than that. Do not look at a degree as the single ticket to success. That's our parents' generation. Even in our generation, I don't think a degree matters that much anymore. You agree? Yeah. How many of you have a degree and you think that your degree is the one that make you who you are? How many of you think that your degree today is not so important? Okay. Yeah, you agree with me? I don't think a degree is important. Okay. Yes. Okay. What degree? Yes, I study economics. Yes. I study economics. Okay. Yeah. Just totally degrees. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Just trying to look at. Did I miss any questions? Okay. Cool. Okay. Any more questions? Oh. Not important. I spent 1.5 years to get a degree so I can get back to work. Okay. Will this inflation cause prices go up like 1992 and 5? 1992 05 got inflation, man. I thought the great inflation is more than 1970s and 80s. Property make me money, not my career. You're right. You open doors, yes. If you want to be rich, go to a developed country. If you're poor, go to a high taxation first Western country. We paid $2 million during our 7 years in Finland. Wow, that's a lot, okay? I got a degree in a private university, 2.8 GPA in poly, still end up in a global tech firm. All you need is grit and tenacity to learn and believe that the dots will connect in future. Absolutely, okay? Degree is to train my discipline and thinking, not in your work. I think And education trains your mind to think, analytical capability. I think that's absolutely necessary, important. Okay. So those who say I don't need a degree, I think it's always a plus. It's true you don't need, but it's always a plus. It's just like, can you live long without exercise? Yeah, a lot of people do that, but you will live better. Okay. Can you do a video for future generation kids? One, you some advice what's important future. Okay, I can do that. Yeah, I can do it. I certainly do that. The one I'm very passionate about, how I train my children. Today I spoke to all three of my children in three different conversations. To my eldest daughter, we're discussing about life, love life, teaching her how to pick the right spouse and things like that. To my youngest daughter, she's preparing for A-levels right now, teaching her, just, take things easy, it's the toughest exam of her life and blah, blah. To my son, who is now in OCS, just finished a very tough exercise and training, tell him how to watch over his safety, health, and avoid some injuries and things like that. So I spend a lot of time talking to my kids, almost every day. Yeah. Okay. Most people's degree are irrelevant to a career. It's true. It's true. Most people degree are irrelevant to a career. You look at B. You don't look at her Xiao Xiao. My wife B. I know she's some. She always think of herself some bimbo handbag seller. Okay, she has got an honors degree in economics, an honors degree, yeah. Out of 700 people, only 100 people, 700 people who study economics, only 100 of them make it to honors class. Yours is 80 or 100?
95.
Okay, but 100 people make it to honors class. She's, yeah, so, but look at her, today she's a, handbag seller, an entrepreneur, right? But the training of the mind helps you to think better. Okay, I actually believe in that. There's no slides today. Okay, today is a news plus one. There's just a news article. Is it important in current job market that a person gets straight A's or great result? Not really important. I hire someone, I'll never look at his A-level result, almost never. So for someone who got straight A's, maybe I'm not doing myself some justice, but I don't think it's that important at all. Okay, yeah, at all. Just don't get straight E's or F's. Okay, yeah, just the work experience, your attitude, tenacity, passion, enthusiasm matters a hell lot more. Innovativeness and things like that matters a hell lot more. Okay. What do employers look for? I just said all this. Yeah, all these are what the employers look for. Okay. Hey, those people in YouTube, why you all so meow your likes? Only less than half of you all give a like. Can you please give a like? I've been talking a lot in this whole thing. You just refuse to give a like, more than half of you all. It will help to promote the video. I really need that from you guys to help me, okay? Please help me. Okay? Thank you guys. Okay, wait, oh shucks, I made so much. I bought my property at $45,000 40 years ago and now worth more than $5 million. Wow, that's a 100 times 100 times, 10 times, 100 times. Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, that's a great thing. What do you think of Jeremy Graham saying that a major bubble is coming and will crash will be worse than 2008? There's a lot of people say that every day. One big bubble is coming, it's worse, whatever. It could happen, could there be a nuclear war? A lot of things happen now. Let's talk about chances. Yeah, chances. Reverse psychology. Prize those who give you likes so that those who never give like be okay anyway. Yeah. Would you do one-on-one Zoom talk for teenager about career? No, I don't do that. Yeah, I really no time to do that. Sean, yes, nice to see you live. Okay. When Great Depression. When Great Depression? I mean, it can happen. Could tomorrow, Putin fire 100 missiles, nuclear missiles at US? Yeah, it can happen. Could another big virus, another virus came out that's worse than coronavirus? Yeah, it can happen. Yeah, okay. Are you sad when JJC merged with JPJC? I was sad when I was the chairman of JJC advisory council then. We know we cannot fight it, so we support it. But fought very hard to retain the name. So therefore today it's called JPJC, okay? And we also fought the position for the principal to be the JJC principal, which just happened. So the outcome turned out great. And then we got new facilities. All my 2 younger kids went to JPJC and did very well. How much percent of cash should I keep in bank? How much percent in stock? Too much cash in depleting. It's very difficult to tell this. You must have source for it. I like to keep cash is to shoot. But if you keep a cash, for keeping cash, there's no point. Okay? Would you leave your money at CPF after retire? Of course. The interest rate is very high, of course. Okay? I'm worried that next 30 years will be the same as last 100 years for S&P 500. Why are you worried? Okay? If the next 30 years is the same as last 100 years for S&P 500, you should be celebrating. It went up to 8 to 10%. Fed needs high interest rates so the next recession can use it to save the economy. I don't think they see that way now. Okay. Okay, good. Okay, I'm mindful it's 8:15. Sorry, it's 12:15 right now for you guys. So I wanted to give you a quick alert that there are good news that are coming out. It's exciting news. It's funny that we are all looking for bad news to drive a good news. The more bad news there are for the economy in terms of recession, job market, you know, all this kind of thing, is all damn good news for the stock market. Okay. All right, cool. Okay. You kidding? Oh my goodness gracious. Jennifer said this. Can you do a simple video to use on how to save money and not be reckless in stock market? My friend just committed suicide from being bankrupted in the stock market, in the market. Oh wow, that's painful. Okay, that's very, very painful. I'm going to take a photo of this so I can remind myself. Okay. I will try to do that, Jennifer. Okay, I'll be mindful of what you just said. Okay, yes. I'm not a risk taker. Can you suggest how I can start investing somewhere but instead of putting in a bank? Karina, I've said this for my strategy is very, very clear. Just manage your S&P 500, manage your CPF well. You just watch all my other videos, how I educate 100 times already what you should do. Okay, yes. How do your friend, what did your friend do with the stock market? So you'll be, it's very painful. You know what, Jennifer? Email to me separately, luchengchuan@gmail.com. Describe to me some of the situations so that I know. I'll cater the talk on it. I'm 77 years old, I have extra. Daniel, at 77 years old, you have at least, 10 to 20 years more to go because the longevity is going to be very long. Yeah. Okay. He's 59 years old and a PR. He has no finance background and insisted on investing in a single share option in a scam company. He committed suicide at a 10-year-old son. That's so sad. My goodness. Okay. You all know how important. That's why, guys, I don't know how to say this freaking hell. Please give a like so that people can watch my video and then not make mistake like this. It can save families and lives. My investment strategy is safe until cannot save one. You realize that? Yeah, I have to raise my voice. It's safe until cannot save. How safe can you be already? You put money in your CPF, form your foundation, safe foundation, and then you buy S&P 500 and then slowly compound. I'm being accused of being too conservative. It's good to be conservative so that you prevent calamity like this and disaster like this from happening. Yeah, please, spread the word around. I started a movement so as to educate more and more people so that they know how to invest in a safe way. Okay, yes. My videos are on YouTube. Watch them on YouTube. They're on my YouTube. Okay. God. Okay. Anyway, Jennifer, I take you can write to me. You can write to me in luchengchuan@gmail.com. Okay. Vinette, first time here. Thank you. Okay. All right. Good. Okay, guys. I really don't hold back your time. Thanks for joining us tonight. It's getting late, so Mary, thank you. Okay. Yeah. Let's promote good financial knowledge, okay, so that everybody can invest well and live a happy life, okay. Oh, my sister is a great supporter. Okay. No, I do not have a running nose. What happened is that I'll say this final storytelling I said before. When how was I when I had the operation?
20 years ago.
About 18? Yeah, about 18 years ago, I had a very serious running nose. Then I went to Japan in winter. And as a result, the whole area of my sinuses got infected. And as a result, it didn't cure easily, and the whole area was in pain and in infection. I had to have 2 operations and open up one AYE and one PIE here. Up to today, I have that. Okay, so therefore, now when I talk for long, my ears and my sinuses have this hollow feeling. Then I can't help but having this kind of reaction. So I'm perfectly okay. Daniel said that I'm 77 years old. I have extra $2 million. Do you think I should give to my grandson $200,000 each to buy the property? I will just say this, okay, in closing. It's a very good question. Daniel, I'm going to do a talk on this, okay? I'm going to do a talk on this. I believe in topping up my grandchildren's CPF account and let them go and struggle in their life. I don't think we should help them that far, okay? All right, good. Okay, oh no, another disaster. Okay, Jomei Low, you said this. My individual stocks are so rate, drop 50 to 70%, make my mood very low. Luckily, my Tesla helped to cover my losses, and I sold my Tesla to realize a profit. But I know how the Moody feel now I keep buying S&P 500 low. Jomei, what kind of stocks do you buy that result in 50 to 70% losses? Tech stocks, China stocks, or Singapore, one of those shit Singapore stocks? Let me know more about it, and I'll just share those experiences so that people can avoid those mistakes. Okay? All right, those people on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you in 1 or 2 days' time. Okay? Okay, bye-bye.